Hey everyone, Untitled here, and today we are going to continue on with some more Crash Mind Over Mutant on the Wii. Now we're here to pick up some mail for Coco and Crunch, and I guess Crash and Akulaku. Now, of course, I'm not alone on this. Are you ready to introduce yourself?
I am. Hey guys, it's Teacher, and I'm excited to be playing some more of this. Let's go.
Alright, say less, my friend. So, first and foremost, mail call.
Mail call!
Gimme! Oh my god! Somebody sent us envies! This is ultra cool. I'm sending Crunch a text message.
I just got a text message from Coco. I'm gonna reply. I guess it doesn't like you, Crash? I'll be honest, guys. I don't see what the big deal is.
Ooh, now I'm receiving 400 text messages a minute from ordained clergy.
I forgot what I was going to say. Wait, I got it. Kill the bandicoots with violence and new holes.
Come on, everyone. We've got company. Can't talk? Watching monkeys. Look at the monkey. Oh, right in his own mouth. Looks like it's just you and me, Crash.
Alright, let's get on to it with the combat. I think it's still a masterful indeed.
Nice. Yeah, I had to click in. Very good, though. We're good. See, like now, I'm like afraid to attack because I don't want to interrupt your multiplier.
It don't matter now. Trust me, there's a mutant later in the game that we're gonna
Engine
meet.
got away. We've got to find him, Crash.
That is going to help out with the combo. We got, and it's
Okay.
very far into the game, so no worries. But yes, your wish, D, is going to come true because I think on this part is where we actually get to meet the first mutants we're going to be using. And trust me, they did change some things on the way mutants work too. And I honestly think you're really going to like this. Okay, we're not there yet. So, if you thought that was all on the training, we're not done yet. We still got to do some more combat stuff, new stuff here, sort
If
of.
he's blocking your attack, you must use it. Good job, Crash.
So, what you normally have to, you're supposed to just either do this or the charge version. But I'll show you with the other tutorial, like the actual new thing they'll do here once we get past it. And of course, speaking of combat, the car canceling still works in this game.
Yes, I know, but I don't like coconuts.
Well, what about a tasty Wumpa fruit?
Look, I don't know what a Wumpa fruit is. I'm convinced it's a fruit. Seriously, it could be some kind of egg for all we know.
Relax, it's a fruit. You know how I know? It's got fruit in the name right there.
Oh, great, okay, I trust you because you are the biopaleontologist. Smart person degrees and stuff.
Plus, the boss guy says if we catch any bandicoots, we'll be eating them with our mouths.
Oh, the best way. And I can become more Rubenesque with the curves and folds and the extra handles and the butter for my rolls on my neck.
There's definitely going to be a lot more miscellaneous dialogue like this that I really want y'all to catch up on this.
I definitely like how they like added that dialogue. Like, you know, they didn't even really need to add that, but I appreciate that they did.
Yeah, just a nice detail that adds more to the game. Oh frick. You didn't have to jump down, dude. I don't know what's going on with that, by the way. It's just kind of a thing that happens with this game, and it's never really been clear on that sense.
Ignore the fact that I dived down again.
Now, another thing I did want to mention is that there actually aren't that many changes between the Wii version, the 360 version, or the PS2. But I'll get to and explaining that after this part. This is the part I want you to try.
Okay.
These enemies are strong, Crash, but you're a lot faster. Press the Z button at the right time to dodge their blows.
Let's see, but which one's my say? I'm not sure which one my say is.
That's one
Oh,
down,
okay.
2 to go, Crash.
Cool.
Press the Z button to get it. Nicely
Cool.
done, Crash. Your speed is your greatest asset when fighting big things like that. Okay, Crash. Now this enemy is going to do a heavy attack. Time your dodge and counter, and take him out. Brilliant, Crash. I'm so proud of you.
Nice, nice. I actually like that. That's cool.
Yeah, but before we move forward, so as I was mentioning earlier, there's basically only 5 versions of this game that's out. Because I did also forgot to mention the PSP version, which is just the PSP version of the console versions of the game. So this game's built on the Wii version. They upscaled the game on the 360, and then they downscaled the game on the PS2 version. I initially did want to cover the PS2 version upon finding out that was the version that actually existed, not the PS3. But there's just one feature on it, other than the fact that it's downscaled, that I feel like Deed wouldn't be able to really appreciate on this, especially since he is player 2 on this.
Okay.
So, and that is the fact that you wouldn't be able to play a certain character. But yes,
Okay.
here we go. The first mutant.
So, is there like a... Because you know the DS version of this, like, it's like a different game. Did Mom ever get a, and by Mom I mean Mind Over Mutant. Did this ever get a DS version?
Yes, the DS version of that is also an entire different version of the game. Sort of.
Okay.
Like, it follows the same story, but the game's more of like a 2D platformer type of deal as opposed to this. It's not really anything worth noting, and I especially am not too big a fan of the way the combat is on this.
Oh. Oh.
Alright, I'll do the honors. You want to do the
Nice.
honors here?
Sure. Oh.
Now watch this. We couldn't get the whole version.
Okay.
Now, do you want me to get on them or not?
Oh, sorry, you could jump. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, dude, you don't have to do all that. Check it out.
Dang.
No, because check this out. Go ahead and toss them out of here. Like, I think you have to shake the nunchuck to do the spin dismount. Whatever you have to spin the... Frick.
Oop, my bad.
Actually,
I don't know if I have some dismount.
no.
Or like a nunchuck shake.
Oh, frick. Well, okay, so I'll just have to go to the tutorial when I'm on Crash. But this, dude, is one of the biggest things they made the changes here. So, I'll show you. This is what happens when you press up on the D-pad.
Oh.
The mutant
you
is
can
now
store
stored down.
You can freeze sparkling water with this Titan.
And you can swap
Give it a
between
try
the two.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you're really gonna like this feature a bit more on this, but let's learn about that spin dismount. Now, and while we're at it, just the fact that, keep this in mind, this is on top. Yeah, shake the nunchuck and unjack. Okay. So you have to do both at the same time. I'll do it. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, okay.
So you have to flip.
Yeah, I don't know if I have spin nunchucks that...
Is that anything, like nothing's on there? Yeah, you did it earlier. So for
Yeah,
this,
I only have the regular Wii modes. Motion controls, I think.
oh, okay.
I'll have to play around with that. Let me see.
We'll get to that next time. So
Oh, did I just do it? I don't know if I did. Okay, so you could jump on these things, so I'm very happy about that.
so on top of the thing where you got to use for like free jacking and everything.
Snap! That power power-up lets you do 4 times the damage for a short time. Hurry up and hit somebody!
Dang.
A multiplier that does actually affect the mutant too, but I actually like the effect when it's on Crash, so...
I'm already liking how less restricted you are with the mutant.
Yeah. Because I knew that you really like, when it comes to like exploring these kind of things, that you just like the options. I just thought that you would actually really like this part.
Right.
You can use your sneeze attack to easily freeze blasts of water.
Pair this with the fact that they can... Oh yeah, there's actually something else you could show on top of them jumping. I just gotta see if I can set it up properly. Let's see if I can show it. Yeah, they can even, like, hop on ledges too. Most mutants, of course. If you feel like you're stuck, don't forget you can store.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Get you out of the jam quite easily.
That's nice. That is nice. What's the input for like the sneeze move?
It's the shaking and nunchuck.
Oh, okay, so I do have that set. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was saying like you were doing it before.
Yeah, okay.
It's nice because you can actually do the whole guard cancel into a toe.
Nice.
It's kind of hard to do though, because you have to like really shake for it, and you can't really guard cancel out of doing it. Let's see. Yeah, like that. Okay. So, we won't mess around too much on, like, exploring everything right out the gate, because one, at least rather notorious thing that this game's known for is that there is, like, a bit of backtracking.
Crash. Just unlocked a health upgrade. Now watch that health bar grow. A little bit, anyway.
Look at this. I'm up to 13 now, but I gotta be careful not to get hit by anything. Touch it and go.
Are there any nitros in this game?
No, thank goodness they're not either.
Okay.
Especially when we need to worry about combos.
Yeah. Yeah, they're insanity, you know.
God, don't even remind me about that.
Congratulations, you've earned your first upgrade. Both you and the creatures you jack can be upgraded. The mojo you
Oh, so the
upgrading the mutant you are jacked on at the time. If you're not jacked, then it counts towards upgrading your own abilities.
Look at this, we're already...
Freeze water blast. You can use a heavy attack to break through.
Thankfully, they don't regenerate after doing so. Okay, I thought another one would be coming. So yeah, so far we got...
I smell evil and lunacy on the wind. Engine must be up ahead.
I'm not gonna say anything on that one. I got nothing I say can actually show how confused I am about that. Also, I believe a cutscene's coming up. Oh yeah, there's definitely a cutscene.
I think there's somebody inside here, Crash. Go check it out.
What are you doing here? Get out of my special place! I haven't cleaned or shaved! You weren't supposed to see it like this!
Engine? What are you even doing here?
When Dr. Cortex escaped, he left me here. But I have brains and desires! I will not be ignored! I have been watching you and your delicious sister.
Delicious?
Precious? I meant precious! I'm gonna eat her. Watch! Watch bandicoots and collect information!
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And when Cortex is triumphant, I will be rewarded with glories and showers of presents like 1,000,000 Kwanzas. And I, Engine, will be made king of Wampa Island. I'ma be like Serpentor.
Ugh, you're totally nuts. Punch him in the throat.
my throat! I need that for swallowing! Guards!
And there you have it.
We gotta stop meeting like this, Engine.
Wait! Stop! Leave me alone! I am too pretty to be throat punched! For I have been watching and studying you for a lonely year now, with only these idiot rats as company!
That's not very nice, boss.
Quiet, Tina! Or I shall give you the back of my missile!
I'm only gonna say this once, Engine. Get off our island.
I'm sorry. I'm not here to take your message right now. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep! I'm going. It was worth a shot.
Let's see what Crunch and Coco are up to. Probably still stuck in their idiotic headsets.
This is increditasticular! I'm getting up to the minute weather reports. It's hot.
And I'm attending a symposium on the effect of hungry hippos on children.
Are they supposed to be doing that?
Probably a feature. Don't worry about it.
I feel funny. Not ha-ha funny neither. Fold your laundry!
We've got to hurry back and help Coco and Crunch. Get moving! Crash, I can store your Titan for you so you can take him along. Try it now.
Okay. So now, as you can already tell, we're already going right back to the same route just to be able to get back to the Whopper Island already. The first of a couple of instances of backtracking, which, as I mentioned, was one of the main complaints when this game came out. That and the camera controls, like I mentioned before.
So, do you have to use the pointer to shoot with the when you're in mask form?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I don't remember what my pointer activation thing was.
I think you have to hold a button and do it too.
I'll figure it out eventually.
Okay. Because there are going to be some shooter type minions here too. Mutant type minions. And look at that! Now we can actually climb up the Doominator. And from the looks of it, we're going to our first boss.
Go to the back of the Doominator.
Yeah, we're in good time for this. Alright, let's get it. We're going to need the Ratcicle for this. I think it's an in-game cutscene, but they will be saying some stuff, so...
Oh! Don't touch my gizmo! It's fantabulous!
Crunch, come back!
So, just a bit of trivia on this. Just a reminder.
Crash, did you know that if you time an attack just right, you
Okay, I have to do it twice.
What you do now?
But yeah, a bit of trivia on this. This Coco that you're seeing, this evil Coco, is what the thing that they did put in for what is it? For the sake of the crash formation natural fuel. Okay, I lost the 20 multiplier, but we already got it, so it don't matter. And reflecting in this game is severely forgiving. Like, holy frick. Like, if I was doing this with Splatoon 3, oh my goodness. It wouldn't be... I would have failed already. I can already hear the mission failed on multiple accounts. But More cutscene.
Hello?
Coco, you're back to normal. The NV loaded you up with some sort of dark mojo. I could feel my brother's influence pervading you.
Oh, but it was so cool. Are you sure it was nefarious?
Oh, yeah. You practically grew horns.
Oh, fudge. Well, now I'm mad. The best gizmo in ages is evil.
Crunch is still under the NV's control. We need to find where he's going.
Relax, boys. I got a plan. I'll use the eye to hack into the villain's network. Just give me a sec. Think I've got something. There's a video posted in Cortex's blog.
Cortex has a blog?
Oh, yeah. All the cool kids do it now. Well, they did 2 years ago anyway.
Really? I never heard of that.
Yeah, big shock. Watch this.
There was a piece of lettuce in the urinal. Who eats a sandwich while going to the bathroom? Seriously. Anywho, minions, I stand before you reborn, renewed, recommitted to evil. Ah! And I've made up with an old colleague. Join me in welcoming Nitrous Brio.
Yes, it is I, Embryo. My name sounds like fetus. No doubt you all remember me as the creator of the Evolvo Ray.
That was him? I thought Cortex did that.
Of course it was me. I invented the Evolvo Ray and mutagenetic techniques still used by that treacherous Cortex today. I was in the first game! Lovely mutagen. So good. And I'm very happy to be back.
Yes, it's been forever since we've done some old school evil.
Oh, and I've got some old school evil in mind. Allow me to present the NV!
That looks totally awesome. I designed it and I want 4 of them.
Best of all, with it I can create the most powerful mutants ever! And one's totally under my control. Watch. Totally cool, n'est-ce pas? Check this out.
Cortex, what is the meaning of this? Release me immediately.
I used to run this operation, and it's time I did again.
Yes, go for it, Dr. Cortex. Eye of the tiger. Hadouken! Paper covers rock, but paper can't stop rocks. It makes no sense!
I will destroy you for this, Cortex. Your life is forfeit.
Oh my. Talk about a two-dimensional bad guy.
Yes, I wrote that line earlier.
Look, it's nothing personal. I simply need a source of bad mojo to fuel the NV. And you're it. Embryo, I need you to keep the bandicoots busy. Use our secret plan.
Yes, so secret it's not been invented yet. But wait, Cortex. How will we get these devices onto mutant heads?
Oh, that's the easy part. We'll give it to them. Oh, my sides hurt.
Those envies could be sent all over the island by now. We need to find a way to take them out at the source.
How do we do that?
Well, I think I know someone we could ask. Ugh, I don't believe I'm gonna say this, but let's go talk to Nina.
Coco! I think that NV gave you brain damage.
Look, she'll be on the outs with Cortex after all her shenanigans. Face it, she's our only lead.
At least Crash is on board with this? Okay, so a new feature is that since we've now saved Coco, you can actually play her now as a playable character. As with Crash 4, the Insane Trilogy, and just about any game but the 2, she does still play similarly, but she has like a bit of her own style to it, if that makes any sense.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can pretty much just play as Coco throughout the rest of this.
No more Carbon Crush.
No, you can swap them back. You can swap back to Carbon Crash back at the house.
See? You don't have to jump everywhere. Just most places.
Alright, so I think after this we're gonna go ahead and find a safe spot. There's gonna be a bit of like rope climbing and all this we're gonna be messing around with. And just a quick tip for this. Let's see. It's gonna be hard to climb that. There we go. Oh, for some reason it just froze my input. Hold on. It's like you can't do it while you're jumping, but in that fall state. There we go.
Okay.
So as you can tell with this new doll, we're heading up to a new area in this. And of course the crash ones are going to be all over the place, but we're here in a new area. Make sure, and I'm going to save this right, I'm going to say this right now. Dude, what the? I'm going to say this right now. For the love of all that's good, please make sure that when you're near a rope, that you don't try jumping on it with the mutant.
Okay.
Because, like,
do you just slow down?
You fall through the freaking mutant, and you're just, and it just like, I don't want to make a demonstration, but basically you jump on it, Crash will still be on the rope, but the mutant will just fall through, and you lose that mutant. Oh, thanks.
It's like a Yoshi kill.
Basically. Actually, that's probably the best way to put it. Okay, we found a safe spot.
Is that, wait, did just jumping on you like it made you lose your combo thing?
Yes, and the crazy thing is we don't even do damage to each other in this game. And keep this in mind. Once again, we are doing this on the Bonkers difficulty, which is the most difficult one. Okay, so in the next part, we'll be checking out a new area in this game, which actually shows not only more mutants but more mutant NPCs, which will be a new, like another new thing they added to this. Like basically they added like some village type scenarios, so they try to make like the whole world a bit more lively, so it's not just the mutants we're fighting. But we will get to that when we get there. Before we end things off, any thoughts so far, Deed?
Yeah, I'm definitely impressed with all the mutant stuff. It makes me wish I could like go back to the first times with all of these new features, but it's a cool experience in it now. And yeah, it's cool so far. I'm enjoying it.
I'm glad you are, because just like with the rest of the Titans, like Crash of the Titans, there are more mutant types, more ways to play coming your way, basically. But the combat's going to be pretty much the same from this point forward. It's just that now we have the ability to counter, do like dodge, counter, and everything, which makes the game feel a bit more dynamic and less repetitive. Which I do recall that they also managed to make the dialogue less repetitive in the game too. But I'll get more into that detail later in the game. Until then, this is Untitled Chapter. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay insane, stay nitro fuel. Stay tuned to Just Radio Live. And of course, stay warped. I'm gonna tone it down because it is actually kind of late here, so stay warped. Nah, it's not gonna. It doesn't work the same way. I'm just gonna have to do it as normal on the next part. I'm sorry, dude.
It's okay.